Silent Spring by Rachael L. Carson was initially published in 1962. The book was published with the intent to inform the population about the harmful effects of insecticides such as DDT. Many of the themes discussed within Rachael Carson's Silent Spring still hold true to this day, such as large corporations leading to environmental pollution with kickbacks from government legislators, and misleading the public with half-truths and falsified studies. Silent Spring was written using lower-level language, hypotheticals, and analogies so that any reader could pick up the book and understand what is happening. Using what I learned in AP Environmental Science class, I will be connecting the hypothetical situations postulated within Silent Spring to specific examples observed within environmental science within our own world. In Chapter 4, Surface Water and Underground Seas, Carson explains the importance and interconnected nature of Earth's surface water, fresh water, ocean water, and groundwater, and how human actions have contaminated and affected all of them. Within environmental science, eutrophication is a known process that is where humans drastically impact a water system. Eutrophication is where excess nutrients, specifically nitrogen, run off into a body of water. Once that nitrogen reaches the water, the algae that normally live on the river surface or the body of water are limited by nitrogen. However, that has been relieved, creating something called an algal bloom, which is a rapid increase in algae population. Now, this algae creates a thick layer which sunlight cannot penetrate, resulting in subsurface plants not getting enough light for photosynthesis. This begins lowering the amount of dissolved oxygen in the water, as oxygen is a byproduct of photosynthesis. Next, the algae begins to die off as it has consumed all of the nitrogen, artificially increasing its carrying capacity. When the algae population die, small microbes and bacteria break down the algae using respiration. Respiration consumes oxygen, which further decreases dissolved oxygen in the water, creating a negative feedback loop. Eventually, as dissolved oxygen trends towards zero, nothing can survive because all creatures need oxygen. The total death of all organisms within this small area has disastrous consequences, as it takes a very long time for a flowing body of water to recover the dissolved oxygen, or if it is a lake or a pond, impossible for the lake or pond to recover this dissolved oxygen. Furthermore, it may kill important bugs or fish that are needed, disrupting entire food webs, showing that even a small disturbance can lead to complete ecological disaster. This connects to the environmental theme of interconnected systems, because a small disturbance in one part has drastic consequences in another part of the environment. In Realms of the Soil, Carson talks about the effects DDT and other chemicals are having on soil and its fertility. Within environmental science, soil is made of 4 key components: sediment, water, oxygen, and loam. This last point is what is important, as loam is organic matter which has been decomposed. Insecticides and herbicides have killed off organisms such as deuterovores and fungi, which break down organic material into loam. Additionally, they have killed the organisms themselves that will become loam. This has critically weakened soil by removing its nutrients which come from organic sources. With these sources interrupted, nutrients cannot cycle through the soil and be used by other organisms, leading to lower productivity and an unfertile ground. This connects to the major environmental science theme of sustainability, because human actions interrupt the natural cycle of soil replenishment, while our use of soil in farming has increased as a function of population, leading to an unsustainable practice that will eventually either end or have to be changed. A final connection to environmental science is discussed in Chapter 12, The Human Price. Environmental science is an interdisciplinary field, which includes human health, and humans have objectively been harmed by environmental pollution and exposure to chemicals and toxins. There are many examples which we have gone over in class, including indoor air pollution such as radon and carbon monoxide. Additionally, external sources such as smog have a negative impact on human health. Finally, humans can be harmed by eating contaminated food. Within environmental science, there is something called the concept of biomagnification. That is where food consumed at a lower trophic level, which is contaminated, will stay within that organism as its energy and material moves up the trophic levels from primary consumer to secondary consumer to tertiary consumer, and eventually to humans. This can cause many sicknesses and even cancer. In conclusion, Rachael Carson's Silent Spring connects to three major themes in environmental science. Firstly, interconnected systems. By disrupting small parts of a food chain, the entire food web and even the ecosystem get disrupted. Secondly, with sustainability, as by damaging natural cycles and increasing our rate of consumption beyond rate of production, we do not create a future where we have resources for us to use and where the planet can naturally replenish itself. And finally, in human health, through our actions, by emitting pollution and use of toxic chemicals, humans are being harmed and injured.